I'm sure also the past award winners, it is their sense of concern for others, the charitable outlook they carry, the love and warmth and passion with which they do their work, the hunger they have inside them, and the discipline with which they carry themselves right through the entire career so far. When I was requested to come here to Mangalore for this ceremony, I didn't think twice for a couple of reasons. First is, through this audience, I'll be able to leave a message for the lot many who need to also be a part of this audience. And secondly, through all of you, we can do wonders in these dioceses of Mangalore, Udupi, and around the country. I'll explain this to you beautifully why. Most of you who are present in this hall are job givers. I take it an honor and privilege to be among you all, addressing you all at this moment. I'm not an entrepreneur, but I'm a person who sparks the entrepreneurial spirit very heavily across the country. Before coming here, I asked the Honorable President, was there ever a banker who came in as a chief guest? He said no. So I take this as a privilege and a responsibility on behalf of all bankers who are working in your midst. People in this audience are people who are successful. Yes or no? If you hadn't succeeded, you wouldn't have been in this hall. If you look at the statistics of this country, I'm talking of the very small businessmen. There are virtually about 6.5 crore entrepreneurs in the country who are running enterprises. The reality is, after 75 years of our independence, not even 38 to 40% of them have organized finance given to them through banks and NBFCs. That is today's reality. Now look at the thread connecting all of us. If it weren't for a bank who connected with you or your ancestors or your family at a very early stage, you and I wouldn't have been here. We would have been among the mass many who are still struggling for basics in life. Therefore, this audience has a tremendous responsibility. The responsibility of including a lot of people who are running enterprises without organized finance. And on behalf of banks, I can state very clearly, it's our objective to reach each and every of you entrepreneurs across the country, whichever part you are. Earlier, the way we conducted ourselves did not permit us to reach you all very easily. Now with the avenues of digital, which is happening in the banking space, each and every single entrepreneur in the country can be reached out. What is required is a little bit of training, which Rachna, I'm sure, is doing in some small manner. A little bit of training and telling the people, please do not get excluded. Today, 70% of those who don't have organized finance don't even have a document to submit to even open a current account in a bank. That is today's reality. Now, without bank finance, can they ever come up? All of us who have reached this stage, if every year we minister to just 2 of our fellow entrepreneurs in the country, just 2 in the near India vicinity, the landscape of this city will change completely. And why am I saying this? I am a person from the same soil. I spent 4 years doing my engineering in Suratkal, way back in 84 to 88. I have a lot of family relatives in this part of the country. I come to visit them very often, at least twice, thrice. I'm in Mangalore for sure, either official or personal. A visit about a few years ago opened my eyes completely. Every one of them, having gone to Gulf, had made beautiful houses for the family, a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom bungalows and all that kind of stuff. When I went to visit them, there was not a single child with them, just their husband and the wife. What happened? Where have they all gone? They've all gone in search of a livelihood, search of a career. Entrepreneurs like y'all are the ones who make a difference. 30% of our country's GDP is running because of your entrepreneurship. 45% of our country's exports is because of you. Local employment, vernacular employment is because of you. Now, why am I saying so much? It's simply because if a bank is associated with an entrepreneur and he does well, to handle his growth, he will need to employ 1 or 2 more people. If each of us start employing 1 more person every year because of getting adequate finance in the banking system, be it whichever bank, every bank in this country is solvent and good. Be from any bank, there's a lot of responsibility we have. In 75 years, we know only 40% of entrepreneurs, 60% of entrepreneurs 1-2 banks can't reach. Every one of us have to collectively do. And you're seeing the momentum of change through the power of digital in this country. Your small retailers who could never get finance can today, by power of digital, in 15-20 minutes, know for sure if they're eligible for getting a loan or no. If no, why? You all as senior people who have made it in life, owe it to the rest of our people in this city to able to bring back people, reverse migration back. This is a beautiful land, very fertile land, wonderful place, landscape par excellence, fantastic holiday destination. What have you? We owe it to ourselves. So today, while we have come and been a part of this August gathering and a wonderful occasion, I request you all to think through this. Just 1 or 2 more entrepreneurs getting organized finance will work magic in a few years. I thank Rachna Chamber of Commerce for inviting me. I thank all of you who have listened to me. And I'm sure you'll do your best in the direction I gave a small inkling to.
रचना मारिफात आमच्या समाजाच्या पर्सलच्या थोड्या नेकेत्रांक आमी सोदून काड तांकां वळखून घेवन मान केलो, सन्मान केलो, पुरस्कार दिलो, प्रेरण दिल्ल्याक अर्गां पटयली, मान बगयलो आनी तांकां कॉपेल वा मुंडास दवरून वा उर्माल दवरून सायटेशन वाचलें आनी तांणी केल्लें साधन आमी वळखून घेतलें. जावन ही सांज केवल एक इनामां दिवची या प्रशस्ती दिवची, एवॉर्ड दिवची सांज न्ही. म्हाका भोगलें आमी आयचे हे 5 जाण एवॉर्डी ह्या प्रशस्ती लभलेली. तांणी केल्ल्या साधनाक एक प्रमुख कारण तांणी हर एकल्यांनी देवाचो उडास काडलो. हर एकल्यांनी देवान केल्लें बरेंपण, देवान केल्लें देणें, देवाची कृपा, मोरयेमायेचो सांगात अशें ही सांज एक आत्मीक सांज कशी म्हाका भोगली. एका वाटेन जायतें बरेंपण प्रत्येक जावन कश्टतेल्यांक, अनाथांक, दुबळ्या धाकट्यांक, आवयांक. एका वाटेन आमच्यो ह्यो दोगी स्त्रियो, सिस्टर भयण आनी डॉक्टर लविना असल्यांक, चड मनशांक गमान दिता आसतना डॉक्टर श्रीमान लियो कृषीक आनी प्रकृतीक चड गमान दिता आसतना आमचे हे 2 जाण भाव बिझनेसांत 6 जाणांक कामां दिवन नवी बिल्डिंगां बांदून, नवी काट्टोणां उबारून, नवे बिझनेस, हॉटेल आनी इतर बिझनेस तशेंच लोकांच्या बरेपणा खातीर दाराळ मापान दान दिवन आमच्या समाजीक उदार करूंक मुखार हाडूंक वावुरलेले ही सगळां महान भाव आनी तांचे मुखार हांव मान बगयतां, तांकां देव बरें करूं म्हणटा, कित्याक आमच्या समाजाचे उदारपणाची लक्षणां तांणी दाखोवन दिल्या. कितल्या जाणांक काम मेळ्ळां, कितल्या जाणांक कुमोक लाभल्या, कितलेशे स्टॅटिस्टिक्स तेणें तांणी सांगिल्ले आसा. तांची सेवा खरेंच मोलादीक. समाजाची पोशाखां, साबार जाणांक आदार, शिकपाक आदार पडोलूच आमी आयकलें. कितल्या जाणांक स्वउद्यम करूंक आदार आनी कितल्या जाणांक तांकां हात धरून चलयल्ली रीत आमी पळयल्या. जिणेच्या किरीच्या हांतांनी थोडे फावटी घरांत पिडेस्तांक सांबाळूंक जायनासल्या वेळार, पॅलिएटिव्ह कॅराक वेल्ल्या वेळार भोव जोगत्या रितीन मनान मोगान चलोवन वचचें. ह्या गर्भेस्त स्त्रियेक तिच्या प्रसूतपणाचे कश्ट येता आसतना तिका सांगात दिवचो आनी तिका धैर्यान भरचें, नवो बरवसो दिवचो, नवो जीव तिच्या हातान दिवचो. आनी तशेंच लीज घेवन, गेणीक घेवन, जागो मोलाक गेणीक घेवन तो अभिवृद्धी करचो. मनजातींक रुखझाडांक पोसचें आनी हेरांक प्रेरण दिवचें हें पळयता आसतना आमची समाज, कोंकणी क्रिस्तांव समाज, मंगळुरांतली, उडपींतली, आमी मुळाव्या तरान कृशीक पयसतावन आयिल्ले तरी आमचो गांव उद्दार करच्यांत मेतेर जाल्ल्याव, बागिली जाल्ल्याव तें आमकां दोळ्या मुखार दिसता. पूण हाच्या सगळ्या फाटल्यान एक शब्द वा एक वाक्य हांवें गलिजय, आनी तें वाक्य आसा कायंडनेस, दयाळपण, दयाळाई. मार्क ट्वेन नांवाडीक इंग्लीश बरयणार तो एक म्हणटा, बरयता, कायंडनेस इज द लँग्वेज दॅट द डेफ हियर अँड द ब्लायंड सी. कुड्ड्यांनी पळोवची भास आनी केप्यांनी वा बेऱ्यांनी आयकोवची भास म्हळ्यार दयाळाय. ह्या 5 जाणांनी तांच्या जिविताक एक सरी घालून गुंतलें जाल्यार दयाळाय म्हणल्यार त्या वेदीचेर ते सांगता येतात. जावं बरो कश्टांत आशिल्ल्यांक, जावं बरो पिडेंत आशिल्ल्यांक, जिणेच्या किरीत आशिल्ल्यांक या काम नाशिल्ल्यांक, निरुद्योगींक, ते साबारांक दयाळाय दाखोवन तांकां आपल्या मेळींत घेवन, तांकां हात दिवन, तांचो पोस करन, तांच्या धैर्यान भरन नवो बरवसो गेल्ली मनशां हीं. आनी देखून कायंडनेस इज द लँग्वेज दॅट इज अंडरस्टूड बाय द ब्लायंड. They can see that kindness, and the deaf can hear that kindness. I'm sure there are so many of us here who are the sponsors, who have really funded the program, who have helped the organizers, Mr. Vincent, Mr. Rudolph, and their colleagues, companions, the governing body, to organize this particular program. One thing I'm sure that this evening has made us really happy, where the tears were flowing down the cheeks to narrate that I am very happy today, extremely happy. There is a note with which we heard Mr. Dias telling us, recognition is essential, awarding is essential, appreciation is needed. We get plenty of criticisms all over, and there are many people who can see only the negatives. But this little group here, Rachana, has shown the large heartedness to show the positive and put that in the limelight, in the forefront, to show that we have the stars. We have the stars shining amidst us. When there is a hopeless situation in our country, in many parts of the country, our own small community can make a difference. My dear friends, I place on record the great contributions of these 5, and there are many more, those who have afforded in the past years. And this is a kind of an inspiration for many of our young men and women, not to run away from our country, but to stay back, stay here and work. There's a lot of brain drain happening from our community, as it is said. Huge houses are there, but only elderly people are there. Our children are not there. Today I met somebody who said, very happy. Why are you happy? I found a job in the foreign country. Of course, it's a beautiful thing to have a job outside. We may get a fat salary, great job security, social security. Certainly, the governments are very, very kind in many of the countries. Here in this country also, we can make a difference by staying back, investing our energies, investing our funds, and hand-holding. There are great dreamers, as someone said. Dr. Lavina said, I'm a dreamer. And all of them are dreamers, no doubt, and these dreams are brought to realization. I thank them, and I thank the Rachana Governing Board, the jury, and those who recommended their names, and thank you, all of you, for being present this evening, to have this spiritual experience and to have this real experience of the heart, a great experience this evening, and I wish all the best for Rachana for the next Silver Jubilee year, and for that matter, for all of us who have contributed in one way or the other. May God bless you, and may God accompany you in the good work that you do.